Hey everyone, I am, Carlos. I don't know why, I forgot my own name for a second. I'm Carlos, and, well, probably watching this if you care enough to know about the future of Dem Salty Boiz, which means, hey, you probably watched at least one of the podcasts, or you're just watching this randomly because it popped up somewhere on your YouTube. Good for you. Anyways, so as you know, Dem Salty Boiz is a group that I'm part of. And there's been quite a few videos on the channel about us. I made us all as me's for the first season of Smash War Games. We've done podcasts, all of us, so go check those out if you haven't. But, like, if you noticed on the last episode, on the last, the sixth, Salty Boiz podcast, it had a picture of us with the finale, like, big red finale, right on it. So, if it wasn't obvious enough, that was symbolizing that's the end of the podcast. And not necessarily forever, but it will be for a long time. So I'm making this video just as a quick update for anyone who cares enough about Dem Salty Boiz to know what's next, basically. So, like I said in the podcast probably quite a few times, we won't be doing one for a while just because we're all split up now. I don't even know if I have any classes with English classes with Tejveer, nor do I know if I have any with Emil. I have one class with Ethan, but I feel as though it would be pretty hard to pull off a podcast in there. I guess we could do more of the Silver Edition, but still. And I have no classes with Byron, which makes it extra hard. So, just a quick update. We're all good. There's no salt in the Salty Boiz. Well, there was always salt, but there's no tension between anyone, so don't think that's the reason why. We just simply don't have the capability to do it for a little while, and if I do make more videos with Dem Salty Boiz in it, it's just random stuff, like the last one I made, where it's just, I was ranking who is the best at Dem Salty Boiz. So yeah, just random stuff like that, I guess, is like where you'll see us until we finally come back to make a podcast, which will be the long-awaited return. That'll take at least 5, and then July, August, a minimum of 7 months, because we got to go through the semester and then through summer vacation. But that's just the minimum, because if we're not in the same class, but if we're not in classes together semester 1 of grade 10, then it's going to take more. So there's really no max. It's like how long it'll be until the podcast. We could be at a high school by the time the next podcast comes. A very low, no, actually not that low. It's like a 50-50, to be honest. So anyways, just to give a quick update on, some of the stuff, I have finally created the official logo for Dem Salty Boiz. It's about time. You might have seen it in a couple of the thumbnails. Like, I know I put it in the Dem Salty Boiz podcast, number 5 and number 6. It's also in the One White Rank, the best Salty Boy. But in case, you haven't seen it yet, ta-da, here it is. The D, the S, the B. It's all there. It's beautiful. Created myself, literally. I know. For someone that doesn't know how to edit, I sure know how to make a good thumbnail. I mean, that's called a thumbnail, a logo. What else is there? I know I had more to talk about. Oh yeah, we've been talking about this for some time. I've been running it by Ethan and Byron specifically because we're like the main 3 members of Dem Salty Boiz. But there's 6 of us right now. There's me, Byron, Ethan, Tejrir, Liam, and Emil. However, officially, starting now, when this video is being made, not when it's posted, we have decided to add a 7th member of Dem Salty Boiz. The newest recruit is Miles. And if you don't remember Miles, he was in the first Salty Boiz podcast. He was literally the first person to speak on it. And for those of you who haven't seen it yet,
Byron dates e-girls.
Ha! See? That was Miles talking right there. So, yeah, he's been, like, kind of doing the podcast with us. He's been, like, every now and then, you can hear his voice. He's just, he became friends with Byron, and then slowly became friends with the rest of us. So, we thought it was a good idea to add him in, just because he's kind of there. And he seems like a fitting end, or at least I felt like that. So, I ran it by the guys, and they said, sure, why not? Not specifically like that, but still. And, yeah, so, the official newest member of Dem Salty Boiz, and the 7th member of Dem Salty Boiz, Miles Morales. Sorry. But on that note, there is also a new group, which I am very happy to announce. This has been in production since the Silver Edition. It was just never made official. And then when it was made official, we made it official during the 6th Salty Boy podcast, except Ethan had the phone at the time. Or no, sorry. Ethan was going to give it back during the time when we were making it official, just because he thought we were having like a really interesting conversation, so he wanted to give it to us. And then Tej took it to add him into the final thing. But so yeah, that you can't exactly hear us say it, but there's a second group now. Dem Pepper Girls. Now I know what you're thinking. It's at least it's better than Dem Spicy Girls. Like, let's be honest. It's a little more kid friendly and makes more sense because the opposite of salt is pepper. So I mean, yeah, there's currently 2 members, though I'm not going to say their names because I don't think I have a right to, for privacy reasons. But yeah, there's 2 girls, and they're part of Dem Pepper Girls, and logo is right here. I made it again. You might have heard one of their voices. I'm pretty sure we've said her name at least a couple times now. Byron has shipped me with her, though I'm still not going to say her name just because I don't think I have a right to. Actually, yeah, well, I could always screen record it, take it down, and then edit that part out. So, Z is one of them. You've probably heard her voice on the podcast, and if you haven't, well, then that's not the only time she's been mentioned, as I've made a me of her, which has been in Smash War Games, and I've also, Byron has also shipped us together. Ethan has mentioned us. I've also, in the Silver Edition, said the other, girl's name, who I shipped with Kate, well, there you go. Oops. Who I shipped with Ethan. So, if you want to find out who that is, I just said their name, but you can go find out more about that in the Silver Edition. I know we talked about it quite a bit there. But yeah, so there's a feminine Dem Salty Boiz. Woo! So yeah, but the second girl's never been on the podcast, so you don't find her there, either. So let's see. I've talked about the seventh salty boy, the two pepper girls. And then the final thing to talk about is Dem Spices. And I know some of you are probably thinking, especially like me in the future and whatnot, are probably thinking like, what the hell is he talking about? He's going insane. And it's just, I'm not yet. But Dem Spices, logo right here. I made it again. Thank you. I know, it's pretty cool. Magnificent. Anyways, Dem Spices are is when we all come together. Dem Salty Boiz and Dem Pepper Girls come together. We create Dem Spices. Why? No fucking reason. But, yeah, it just seemed like a cool idea. I was thinking about it. And it's like, since we didn't call them Dem Spicy Girls, what if we put them together, create Dem Spices? And that makes sense. Because, salt and pepper are spices, I think. And therefore, you put them together. The first two letters of spice, S and P, which is also salty and pepper. Salt, pepper. So it fits really well to call us Dem Spices. So, I don't know. It's just a thing that happened, I guess. So, yeah, for anyone that cares, that is pretty much all I've got right now in terms of Dem Salty Boiz. Yeah, I really enjoy doing videos on Dem Salty Boiz. I feel like we're a really fun group that, there's a lot of potential, a lot of stuff to do, a lot of, just a lot of great things that, we could do together, and we have a bunch of extraordinary people within the groups, so that creates for a very fun time, always. Really fantastic people, but like, yeah, that's all I got. So, this will probably be the last Dem Salty Boy video for a while. And well, I'm gonna miss making the podcast, that's for sure. But hey, that just means that you just got to see what comes next. We're all learning together, so yeah. That's it. So, you can go to the link in the description. I'll have links for Smash War Games if you're interested in that. It's just watching AIs fight. I don't know why. I thought it was pretty cool to see like an actual even battle between Mii's based on real people fight it out rather than being two people fight it out, because people are uneven. One person could be better at something than another. Therefore, two AIs at the same level fighting it out, I thought it'd be pretty cool, especially if it's based on real people. So that's what Smash War Games is. It's just people fight real people. Well, Mii is based on real people fighting. So you can find who the best salty boy in Smash War Games is right there. You can check out the podcasts. I've made a playlist. Well, I have to tweak the playlist a little bit. But all the podcasts, everything about Dem Salty Boiz is there. I'll put that link down below as well. That's where everything Dem Salty Boiz will be in the future as well. And, yeah, stay tuned for whatever comes next. Like if you want. Comment if you really feel like it. I don't know. I respond to most people's comments. It takes a little bit for me to see them because they don't always pop up as notifications. And if they do, sometimes it takes a little longer than others. I don't know why. But yeah, I'll try to I'll try to I usually respond to them. So well, I've responded to everyone so far. So yeah, there's that. And yeah. Subscribe if you want. I really don't care. Like I've said in quite a few videos at this point, I'm not doing it for the subs. I'm doing this simply because I want to. It's fun. A lot funner than you'd actually expect. Like you're recording yourself doing random stuff and you wouldn't expect it to be that fun, but it kind of is. It really was. So yeah. That is it. So, yeah.